Hello everybody and welcome to Dirt Rally. I recently played Dirt 3 and you all brought my attention to Dirt Rally, and I had to thank you all for that because I love this game. It's so good. I've already put about 15 hours into it, and I just wanted to give this game a little more exposure because even though I'm a huge CodeMasters fan, I didn't even realize this game was in the making, which it is what it is. This game is currently early access on Steam, still a work in progress. So for those that are new to my channel, I don't do reviews. I'm not going to give this game a score or a rating. I just want to talk about the things that I like and the things that I dislike and the things that I hope to see come to this game. So before we get started, this game is currently only on Windows. I don't believe it's on Mac. I could be wrong about that. It's also still in development, like I said. So if you go to dirtgame.com, you can get more info about when things will be released, but we'll talk about some of that stuff a little bit later. So let me talk about the core concept of this game. This is rally racing. This is not Dirt 3 rally racing. This is Colin McRae rally racing. No Gymkhana, nothing like that. It's like the original Colin McRae Dirt from 2007, which is hands down one of my favorite racing games. It's tough, challenging, exciting, scary, and amazing all at the same time. So currently they have 17 cars and 36 stages, which are, the 36 stages are split up into only 3 different areas. You have Greece, you have Monaco, and you have Wales. So I would personally like to see a little more than 3 stages, but like I said, it's still, things are still coming out for it. This game's still being updated, so eventually we will get more stages and more different areas. I would just have liked to see maybe, I didn't need 36 stages, but maybe like more places and less stages in each place would have been better, but I'm not complaining. I love them all, but it's just, you know, when you get tired of one area, you go to a different area, and you have all these different stages, so it's not bad. I would just, personally, I would have liked to see a little more diversity in the areas. Not that, like, the snow to the desert to, you know, well, I don't, what would you classify Wales as? I'm not really sure. Not that that's not diverse between each other, but I just would have liked to have seen a little bit more from, you know, start. So a couple other new things in the game. They also have a team management aspect, which is pretty interesting in the campaign. It's pretty much, you can go in there and you can hire mechanics and stuff like that. And what that does is when you're in a rally and you have, you know, some damage when you go through a different stage, every 2 stages, you're able to repair your car. You have 30 minutes to repair your car, and depending on how good of a mechanic you picked, that's how much, like, the better the mechanic, the faster he can get things fixed. So that means you can, if you have some damage to your suspension, you can work on suspension and get most of that done in that 30-minute timeline that you have between, you know, like I said, it's you got to do 2 rallies and you can repair. So that's a pretty cool aspect. You know, that's something that you have to be considerate about, you know, as like what real life rally drivers have to be, you know, concerned about, which is, you can drive really fast, but if you wreck your car, you do some damage, that's going to hurt in the long run because you're going to have to get that repaired. And if you go over the time repaired, you get a penalty, and that's just going to hurt your overall score. It's a cool aspect. I really like that. I like that they added that. Other than that, the graphics are really good. The sound is just mind-blowing. I mean, the CodeMasters has always been amazing with sound, in my opinion. They've always really spent the time on getting good sound designed in their games, and Dirt Rally is no different. Grid, Dirt, just all the games that CodeMasters has made, they really spend time on sound. In my opinion, a lot of games don't focus on sound, but sound is 50% of what you're experiencing. If you don't have good sound, it just feels like something's lost, but you don't know what it is. So I'm glad that they spend the time on sound. You know, when you're driving down the road and you can hear the rocks hitting the car and the gravel and the backfire and the turbos. I mean, it's just, the sound is so good. It's one, I think, in my opinion, it's one of the strongest things in the game. So the physics, let's talk about the physics real quick. The physics were amazing. The physics they're really, really good, but at first it was very, very difficult. It's a big learning curve to get used to the physics. It's, you know, once I actually could figure out how the car reacted to certain inputs and stuff like that, and, you know, really got down how I should go approaching corners, I started to pick it up, and I could barely make it through a stage in one piece. But that kind of brings me to another thing, which was a little bit of a bug I had when I initially downloaded the game, and I looked for a fix. I tried to figure out what was going on. It was my co-driver was quiet. It was a known bug, and my co-driver would not talk. But no matter what I tried to do, he would not say a word. So I was pretty much going through rallies, attempting to learn the physics, attempting to learn how the cars reacted, while also having 200 pounds of dead weight in my passenger seat with him being dead silent, not telling me what's coming up next, not nothing, which is kind of half of rally racing, having a co-driver telling you what's going on because you don't know what's coming up next. And even if you have the full HUD on the game, you have no mini-map. It's all dependent on what the co-driver says, which is how it should be. But mine was just not working, and it wasn't a deal breaker, but it really, really made me have to restart multiple stages because there was just nothing I could do. I kept running off the road because I had no idea that a 90-degree turn was coming up. So when I got frustrated with not having a co-driver, it almost got to the stage of like, you know what, I'm just gonna put it down and just wait and look up online, see if anyone else is having this issue, see if someone knows a fix. And when I did that, I literally jumped out of the game and I noticed a little message in Steam, and it was DiRT wanted to update. So DiRT updated and actually fixed the co-driver problem. So then I had a co-driver, and it was a whole new game. Actually being able to listen to the co-driver, know what's coming up next. By that time, I had learned the physics, I had learned the input of the car. It was, it was such a great experience of everything coming together. So now I want to get to some of the things that I kind of disliked about the game, and none of these were really deal breakers. They're kind of just little gripes that I had. CodeMasters has always been a really good company when they come to optimizing games. They make games run extremely well, and yeah, I don't have a supercomputer, but I also don't have a terrible computer. I have I would say a little higher end computer, something that's not top notch, but it's not bad. But the frames seem to be a little sporadic. They kind of jump around a little bit. I'm not sure why, but all I have to do is I just have to restart the game. It could be something with my graphics card or something, or maybe the temperature in the room gets too hot or the card gets too hot, but over time, about being 30-40 minutes into the game, the frames kind of seem to get a little sporadic. Restart the game and then everything's fine. I'm just going to count that towards the game still being in development, because with the Grid series and the other DiRT series, any Codemaster game that I've ever played on my PC or even on my old PC has been pinned constant 60. I mean, they optimize games like nobody's business. So I'm assuming that this time they're still trying to get a little things tweaked and done and worked on. I just thought I thought it would have been a little more optimized, considering it's only on PC, it's not on consoles. So I thought that was a little weird, but it's no biggie. I mean, it gets great performance before that sporadic frame thing comes in about 30 minutes into the game. But other than that, no, it's not bad at all. It's been pretty good. So another thing that I disliked, but I also liked, but maybe I would like to see a change of or an improvement of, was the replay camera. The replay cam was really good at points. It had really good angles and shots, and it was, helicopter, cam and flyby cam and all this stuff, and it was really cool. But at the same time, I wish there was a little more to it. It seems very basic, kind of just put on replay, sit there and just watch it and let it do whatever. I kind of wish that maybe the different cameras were in different categories that you could pick. So there's a lot of on-car mounted cameras, like on the fender, on the hood, on the roof. I wish that maybe that would be a category you could select, on-car cameras, and it would just do exterior cameras and stuff like that. And then I kind of wish you could do flyby cameras in a different category, so then it would just do nothing but flyby cameras, and then maybe a helicopter cam, and it would do nothing but helicopter cam. Or even if it just gave us the replay cameras and we could kind of move them a little bit, I think that would also be pretty cool. Have a little bit of, I'm not expecting GTA Rockstar Editor here, but maybe just something where we can kind of adjust, where we want, or maybe like a free cam that we can move anywhere around the car and it'll just stay there for the whole rally or something like that. I don't know. I think that would be pretty cool, just because I think as a YouTuber, I think I'm going to be utilizing the replay a lot, and I think that having a little more customization or just a little more options to it would really make it a lot better to use, instead of just kind of a one button thing of hit replay and watch. Other than those little gripes, that's it. The game right now is really, really good. I will admit, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of meat on the bones. There's not much there. Like I said, there's 17 cars and 36 stages. You know, it sounds like a lot, like a big number. When you really get into it, there's not a lot of meat on the bone. I think there's plenty enough cars. I think the stages is actually where it starts to kind of fall off. But I know that will be fixed in the future, because if you actually go back to DiRTgame.com, they actually have a timeline on when they plan on releasing patches and packs and add-ons and stuff like that. And it's actually really cool, because you can simply just go onto the website and look at all this info about when they plan on doing things. Like May of 2015, they plan on doing the Pikes Peak patch. The Pikes Peak patch will bring the Pikes Peak stages. It'll also bring hill climb and a couple of hill climb vehicles. And then if you look June 2015, there's Tarmac Terriers, which is all about Germany's technical stages, and then there's classic icons for classic cars. Then in July of 2015, there's a Rallycross pack, so it's really nice that Rallycross is going to be in the game too. I'm really looking forward to that. But then in August of 2015, I think is going to be the biggest thing, because right after the Rallycross pack in July, August will be the PvP pack, and then also a Rallycross expansion pack. And all this, they say there's no date, there's just a month of, you know, a month in the year. But it's cool that they're actually working on bringing, you know, they're working on bringing a lot of content, and they're just telling you, hey, this is going to happen this month. That's plenty for me. That's a lot more than a lot of companies do out there. A lot of companies will just not say a word about any sort of DLCs or nothing. And I'm assuming these are gonna be the free DLCs. CodeMasters does a lot of DLC for free. I know they've done their occasional in the past where they've done, you know, paid DLC and stuff like that. But for all this, I think with the game still being a work in progress and a development, I think all this stuff is going to come for free. I could be wrong. I don't know. It doesn't say anywhere on the site if it's going to be paid or free, but I'm assuming because it's, like I said, early access, you're going to get all this stuff for free. As of right now, also, I've looked around a little bit, and it seems like they want to bring this game to console, but they want to see the success of it on PC first. So they want to hear the response of people. They want to see if people are enjoying this, and then go from there, whether they're going to bring it to console. I don't know about Mac. I don't know about any of that. I know that it's just Windows PC right now seems to be the only thing that I could validate that it's working on. So yeah, I'm not here to convince you to buy this game. I highly recommend it for people that love racing games and challenges, and something that isn't going to get abandoned in early access like a lot of games on Steam recently. I just think that this game right now, I think it was, I got it for $30. I think for $30, it's well worth it. If all these add-ons and packs come out to be free, it's going to be well worth it. I do highly recommend this to all the racing fans out there. Go pick this game up. I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you were a fan of the first Dirt, and if you were a fan of rally racing, and you want just a really, really good challenge without having the door-to-door racing of something else, highly recommend this game. Just go pick it up, play it, you'll enjoy it. But again, I'm not selling the game, I'm not getting any money to making this video. I didn't realize this game was coming out, and that's a big thing because, like I said, I'm a huge... CodeMasters is up there with Rockstar for me. Huge companies that I love. I am a huge Rockstar and a huge CodeMasters fan. I always will be. In my mind, they can do nothing wrong. So for this game to kind of slip under my radar was kind of a huge shock. I love CodeMasters and the Dirt series and the Grid series and all these series, and for this game to... What I loved the most was Rally, and for this game to just kind of go under my wing was very shocking. So I thought there might be a lot of people out there that also didn't know about this game, and I just wanted to shed a little bit of light on it, and just say, hey, check it out. You know, just look into it. Go on Steam, watch the videos, look at the screenshots, and you know, well, you're looking at gameplay right now, so I don't know. Maybe this video did convince you, maybe not. That's not the point of it. I just wanted to kind of point the spotlight towards it. So I hope it convinced someone out there to pick it up and have a lot of fun with it, because that's what I've been doing. So I also mentioned that I might do some live commentary gameplay of this game. After playing it, I honestly don't think that that's going to be possible. And the reason why I say that is because this game requires so much attention. I have to focus 100%. I cannot do anything else but play this game. When I'm doing that, trying to commentate on top of that is almost impossible. I attempted it. It's pretty much me not talking and just racing happening. So live commentary videos of this game is just not going to happen. Now, the reason why I'm stressing the word live is because kind of what I'm doing now, but different. I do have an idea in the back of my head that I don't want to spoil. It's something that myself, Jeff, and Zach, or anybody else that wants to get into rally racing in the group that wants to do something with me. Multiplayer's not in the game, but I have an idea of something that I want to do. So if you guys are up to seeing something a little bit different, it wouldn't technically be live, but it would be well produced. Let's say that. It would be well produced. It would have a lot into it. If you guys would be interested in seeing that, definitely let me know. So yeah, I hope I shed some light on this game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you decided to pick this game up. Let me know how you're liking it, what you dislike about it, what you want to see about it. I want to hear your guys' input on this game. You guys heard mine, I want to hear yours. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'm going to go back to playing this game as fast as possible. So I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.